Tune in to see reading radiantly and writing wonderfully across the curriculum with the ed tech approach. Man. I'm looking for a prop to hold up my phone so I can do the live. You know, I was gonna ask you, but I didn't know if that was appropriate. Thank you. It's Facebook Live. Thank you. You don't understand it all the time, but you can just sit somewhere that you can see that. Thank you so much.
You want to do it now? Or while it's...
Well, it's 2:39.
Oh, you want me to do...
Oh, you have to rotate the camera. You have to do that?
Let's see.
I have to rotate the camera.
I'm saying,
I had
is
it
it
forward
going,
facing.
Is it going now?
I had it forward facing, so I have to rotate it. That way you can see me.
Okay.
Can you see me now?
I'm saying, is it going now?
Yeah, it's going now. It's live. I did a little intro. It's okay. Here, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Ma'am, is it 2:45 yet? Okay.
I was not trying to shut the door in his face.
Oh, okay. We'll wait here in a few more minutes. Thank you. I gotta say, okay, bigger. Thank you. So I can walk around. All right, it's officially 2:45, so I'm gonna go in and get started. I'm sorry. Hello, my name is Candace White. I'm an educational consultant for a company called Read Radiantly, Write Wonderfully, and I do a few things. I tutor students in reading, writing, and math fluency to enhance their skills. I train teachers with for them to get their teacher certification and pass their teacher certification exams. And I also do teacher development, like what I'm doing today, like teacher training workshops. Alright, so my session title is called Reading and Writing Wonderfully Curriculum with an Ed Tech Approach. Agenda. A little introduction on myself. Then I'm going to show you some technology apps and tools that you can use in your classroom. Then I'm going to show you how to integrate Techie apps and tools into reading and writing across the curriculum. And then Q&A. Anybody have any questions so far before I move forward?
No.
All right. As I've already previously mentioned, I'm the CEO and founder of a company called Read Radiantly Write Wonderfully, LLC. And I already explained what I do with that company. I have 24 years of experience working with children from the age range of infants all the way to 18 years of age. I specialize in language development, enhancing literacy, writing, and math skills for early childhood, elementary, middle, and high school scholars. All right, if you want to, they requested we put a QR scanner code on the slides. That way you can just access the PowerPoint if you wanted to. But unfortunately, I was unable to do that for some technical issues. So there's only like 4 or 5 slides. So if you would like to take pictures of the slides, like the way you'll know what the websites we're going to be using, you can do that. So the first website we're going to be using is called Nearpod, and it serves tech tools for kids grades K through 5. News Ella, that's for reading lessons and text from grades pre-K through 18, and high schoolers. Khan Academy for math, and then Canva. So if you would like to take pictures of the slides, that's fine, but I'm also going to go to the tech websites each one by one and show you how to use those as well. So if you want to can write that down, or if you want to have your computer or your notes app on your phone or whatever, so we type it down, like what we're, like the website names, that's fine too. So, the first site we're going to, like I said, is called Nearpod. So I'm just going to Google Nearpod real quick. Now, you can see the options are sign up for free if you're for additional request a code to get a company, a company account. And sorry, like the black lives matter stuff. But you can just sign up with Google if you would like with most websites nowadays. Oh, I guess somebody may have already used Nearpod earlier or something, they already have an account. But that's fine. So you can put like a lesson or something, Black History Month, so I'm gonna put. Because it's February, Black History Month. So the good thing about these lessons is that some teachers have already like made the lessons already for you to use. This is good for social studies and reading. Because when I taught third grade reading and social studies, I use this website a lot because social studies and reading go hand in hand. So like I can use it interchangeably for a history lesson or for an English lesson. It just depends on what mood I was in that day. So I just click on this example. George Washington Carver. And had the option to do preview. This is like all right, so the teacher has, or the educator, or the instructional coach, or wherever your position is, has the ability to preview the lesson. This is called George Washington Carver and Innovation, Social Studies, grades 1 through 5. So like the good thing about this is like it kind of has like low complexity to higher complexity, and it ups the rigor because it meets the needs for kids of grades 1st grade through 5th. So you can click through it, and it tells you about the series, about the lesson. Wizard of Tuskegee. This is short of a little bit.
George Washington Carver, a child of a slave, was curious, clever, ambitious, and brave. On the farm where he lived, he was eager to know about all vegetation and what made it grow. He tried to enroll in the neighborhood school, but they said, "You're not welcome. Tough luck is the rule." That's crazy, he thought, but it won't get me out. And he left for a school in a faraway town, where he proved right away he was smart as could be. He later completed a college degree. He became a professor, but wished to do more, so he moved to Tuskegee to work with the poor. He taught how the healthiest crops could be grown, and meanwhile he worked in a lab of his own. He studied all plant life from grasses to spruces. For peanuts, he found over 300 uses. He made peanut pancakes, he made peanut cheeses, elixirs and ointments for fighting diseases, charcoal, linoleum, plastics and glue, hand lotion, soap, even peanut shampoo. He made peanut butter for mixing with jam, and then did more wonders with soybeans and yams. His remarkable talent for flair and adventure soon brought him the nation's admiring attention. But praises and fame never went to his head. He was always devoted to learning instead. He never had much, yet he reached for the sky. George Washington Carver was one brilliant guy.
I'm going to pause it. We're not going to really watch the video, but that's the preview, like videos that you can use, like to activate the students' prior knowledge. I mean, not prior knowledge, sorry. To introduce the lesson, and it gives a little background too on the slide. It says, in this 25-minute Nearpod featuring vocabulary topic Spark, students are introduced to George Washington Carver via hip-hop video and other videos. So it's gonna show it all the videos that it has. So as I keep clicking each slide, I can pretty much pick like what slides I'm gonna use for my lesson or whatever. Because remember it says it's a 25-minute lesson. So like when I taught social studies, it was for 45-minute blocks. So I had to make sure that I had enough time like to teach the lesson and then do like question and answer with them and do like a little exit ticket too. So a 25-minute lesson might be a little too long. More of a 15-minute to a 20-minute lesson would be more appropriate, especially for third graders. Anybody have any questions so far before I move forward to the next Techie app?
No.
The next one is News Ella, or some people it's called News ELA. But anyway, it's for English, so I guess if you say ELA or Ella, it makes sense because it's for English language artists. You can still just go to any Google and it's newsella.com or just Google Newsella and it'll pull up. Same thing, you can log in and sign up. It's a free website. You can sign in with Google. And again, parents can use these sites at home too if they like for homeschool children. They're really just free. But these are free resources that you can use. And you can add the articles to Google Classroom. It automatically links to Google if you sign in with Google. So you can sign up as a student, a K-12 educator, admin, a parent, tutor, or a caregiver. For this case, because I'm an educational consultant, I'm going to do parent, tutor, or caregiver. I'm going to sign up for that. So I am a tutor. All right. So what I love about this site is that it's like current trend articles. It might have something about Black History Month, but also has stuff that's like going on in the news. But the articles are broken down to the kids' reading exile level. So for example, if I want to teach third grade or something, or if I want to teach a high school or something, I can use that same article, but adjust the reading level for that grade.
Third grade level article. It'll adjust it to pre-K or kindergarten.
So like on a lower reading level, we're like an ESL kid in third grade who doesn't know a lot of English. You can adjust the exile level. And you can print out multiple texts if you need to differentiate with those grades.
Okay.
Hello.
So I presented here early. Sorry to interrupt you. Can I grab something up here?
Sure.
I apologize for stepping in.
Thank you for that question, man.
Charge up there.
So the article says 4-day school weeks are growing in popularity despite the lack of data. You can change the language, Spanish or English. I guess you kind of know change the language today. And then you can change the level to the maximum, which is the high school level, 1240, 1040, 800, or 600. And 600 is around like third grade or maybe fourth. So this is good for STAR test prep or tutoring, or for children that are behind on reading level or English language learners. But you can also use it for general ed students as well. But I like the articles because they're relevant and they're non-fictional text. And the articles are usually about stuff that's in the media or the news. And a lot of our reading as we get older after we graduate is not we go from fiction to so I'm gonna like read a little bit of the article. And I'm gonna like do some scaffolding, and use the context a little bit of mine. I'm gonna do that too. Okay. The Collins Maxwell Community School District is in central Iowa. Here's one several in the state changed to a 4-day school week. The district has trouble finding teachers. It thinks the shorter work week will attract It also wants to reduce student absences. More students are absent on Mondays and Fridays. Iowa requires the students are in school for a certain number of hours each day. So the district will make the days longer during 4-day weeks. Superintendent Mark Stagley said he saw nearby schools switch to shorter work weeks. Stagley hopes the shorter week will improve teacher morale. And what morale means, if you don't know what it means, morale means like to boost training. So the 4-day work week helps them manage their budgets. But educational researchers say the evidence is more complicated. I'm going to start using one of the annotation tools in here to make sure you do that. So I'm just kind of skimming and reading the articles that I want to use and paragraphs I want to use. It's like a rural trend. So I go to past like more like shopping centers and like that. Have you heard of the city? Yes. The city has, higher building structures and, skyscrapers. So you see how I broke down what rural meant and I gave them like, I made connections by saying, also. Okay, so I can highlight it yellow, blue. So we go ahead and do that. And I'm going to do the annotation, which means I'm going to make a note that rural means the future. So like, if I'm using this text as a mentor text or like a text that I'm teaching students for that day, I'm modeling right now. I'm modeling to show them, and I gave them the definition like rural was summer, and maybe the longer summer. But the standards are all the same, so just keep that in mind too. All right, so I wrote down what rural meant, and I'm going to read about the rural city and the rural area. There are more than 2,100 schools in 26 states using 4-day weeks. Districts are on the change schedule. So I'm also going to stop and ask a question to the audience. Based on what I've read so far, do you think people are more for the 4-day work week or if they're for the regular school work week? Just based on what we read so far, what do you think? Somebody shout out.
4.
4 and why?
Just because it was saying it feels like it will probably boost the teacher morale.
Yes.
Also, we do know that student absences that is a big issue. And so, and it is true, Mondays and Fridays are the days that the students are missing.
And also, like, this is a real story. When I worked I lived in Cleveland, Texas, a suburb of Houston, or a rural area of Houston, actually. And like, it would flood there a lot, and school would have to close. Like, you know how we get snow days here? Like, flooding there was like big. So like, at least once a month, we got closed so that made it a 4-day week. Or some of the kids, they worked in agriculture with their, like, on the farm, stuff like that, with their family. It's like, when I taught high school, the kids were having to go to work to help the family. That was the culture there. So it's like, that particular city, Cleveland, would have benefited from this work week because the kids were expected when they got to a certain age to work on the farms, and also with the flooding, that would have been beneficial for that particular district as an example. Can anybody expound on what I just explained like that example like neighbor? Do you have any experience working in those type of areas where you think it would benefit for a 4-day work week? No. If not, it's not.
Just
I
that.
just had that experience in Cleveland. That was actually like eye-opening for me as an educator. All right, so I'm not going to read the rest of the text, but I am going to go to show you the questions. You can do the quiz. So up here you can do print. If you click the printer, it says article, and then write prompt. So sometimes we'll give you a quiz like 5 questions for reading real quick that I just mentioned or no.
Now, what article did you get this? I mean, what website? I'm sorry. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, fine. I have the slides. You just take a picture of all the sites. I'll go to it in a minute. But
Okay, yes,
it's called Newsella.
Okay, yes, okay.
So Google Newsella.com or just Google Newsella or go to Newsella.com. You set up a free account as an educator, or if you work for a district, sometimes they already pay for it.
Correct.
But they give you non-informational texts that are culturally relevant, that are media relevant, sports, things that appeal to students, but they're non-fictional texts. If you have any questions, feel free to present. Okay, so I'm going to scroll down. It's the article again, the whole article that you can print out. The kids can annotate. You also can assign it in Google Classroom if you're like a digital teacher. Some people like to do it either way, like if the kids are absent, it's still posted in Google Classroom, or the kids have access to it if they're sick or something, to make up work. I was a Google Classroom teacher, I love you, but I don't know how to do it. But anyway, for one. And then, what's inclement weather, two, testing sometimes affects the one, and then also like when teachers have like teacher work days and the kids are at home, that affects it too, like teacher trainings and stuff. So those are reasons to make it a 4-day work week. Maybe it'll be longer hours, like the teacher morale will go up, and how was the problem resolved? Can somebody make an inference in how was the problem resolved? What did they decide to do? Did they do a 5-day work week or did they shorten to a 4-day work week? What did they do in the article? What was the main article about?
4-day.
4-day. And you see how, like, at first, when I asked the question, it was more rigorous. But then I had to add to it. Because when I looked at the audience, I started looking down at you understand what I was trying to say. So I had to break it down. And then I gave you an option either or. And then I gave you another prompt. I said, was it better to do the 4-day work week or the 5? And then the strategies that I just used or that I just explained. Or what did you like about how I did that? I'll give you think time. Like, what did you like about the model? If you have stage fright and want to talk, it's okay. I'll explain what you could have liked about it. That's just the original privilege.
And so,
like the academics.
yes, and so we know the importance of the scaffolding, and like you said, whether it's that scaffolding down or up, we have to be able to read our audience and see what they need, because at the end of the day, we want our children to be successful, and they can be successful through scaffolding.
That's appropriate to use that 7th grade article. If I have some kids that are English language learners, I can adjust the level to the 500 because they're not going to be able to understand some of the big words. And in a minute, after I do the prompt, I will go back and show you, like, when I lower the levels, the words are going to be simpler because it's on their level. Okay, school weeks are growing in popularity despite, like, they're using bigger words for the older kids. A lack of data on the effects. Actually, you should notice that. That's the honorable degree. I never noticed they would change the title like that at the school. Anyway, let me go down and let me go to 600. It's the lowest level. And the higher level, the 1200 has 826 words. So the complexity is building as you're up in the place level. That's the last thing I'm going to say about this particular site. Do you have any questions before I move to Khan Academy? Okay. Thank you. Now, Khan Academy is a site that we advertised on TV before it first came out. It's probably about 10 years old now. At first it was just for math, but now they're adding social studies, reading, and all the other subjects, which is great. Same thing, you can do a login or sign up. I already have an account, so I'm just going to log in. And again, at the end of the session, I'll put that slide back up for all the sites I'm using. So don't worry about that. Or you can take a picture of, continue with Google, and Google. I don't know why it's not linking. It should have overlinked. Did you come with the code? Thank you so much, Johnny. So you learned some tech tools right now. math, which a lot of districts use read math. So I can just put math pre-K through 8, for example. And I can pick what I want to count. Like for example, measurement and geometry, put it. I just put Spark. And the other side is that it shows like demonstration videos for math. And like if you're not a really good math teacher, for example, and I'm a math tutor, this website has helped me be able to teach math with the tutoring because I watch the demonstration videos and it helps me, it reminds me how to do the math, you know. So anyway, ready to practice? Let's go. And ask questions. Which is bigger? Choose one. The hippo or the turtle? Hippo. And the check. And the key is like a little noise, a little ding. It's like the apple or the cheese? Apple. Now, as you're looking at these questions, what grade do you think this is appropriate for? It's geometry. So when I click geometry, I originally thought it would be like middle school or high school questions. But this is actually like, one more question. Which is smaller? The apple or the acorn? Acorn. Then it gives you like a little summary of like what you did and you got it right, 4 out of 5. And it gives you another exercise. So now it's going to like get a little bit more difficult. Which sometimes like more like a review again, like more extra practice. I think you get the drift, but we just go back down to, I'm going to cancel this one. We're not going to do that anymore. I'm going to do another, I'm going to find another T or another. So you just go back down, you can do like math in college, high school and college, I mean. And like as a college is with algebra. Linear equations in any polygons. It gives you a general overview about the unit and about linear equations with the definitions and things of that sort. It gives you 4 questions. Now I'm gonna be honest, I ain't gonna be answering it right now, but I'm just showing you how it works. So it says solve for M. And then if y'all know how to do it, it gives me a video link. You could use this for the flip classroom approach. I don't know if you know what that is, but we're like you give the kids videos and they kind of like learn on their own, but then the teacher preloads them with their
is equal to 3.
what I like about the video demos that for one, the chalkboard that he's using, the blackboard, the numbers are in color, they're not just in white. So like when he's teaching a particular concept, he'll change up the colors. That way, people that are like, that learn like by colors and things like dyslexia kids, so like with different abilities, like you might be able to hone in on that more. Like, okay, like right now, the way he did the numbers, he did them all in green. But he also used X, like as the expression. But in a minute, like he playing it, and he wants to solve for M, like the original question said, he might write the M in blue. That way the kids, like I said, to have.
The way to get rid of these parentheses is to kind of multiply them out. This has a -1. You just see it minus here, but it's really the same thing as having a -1 times this quantity. And here you have a 3 times this quantity. So let's multiply it out using the distributive property. So the left-hand side of our equation, we have our -9. And then we want to multiply the negative.
See how I made that one purple?
So
That's what I mean by going to your eyes.
is -9x. And then -1 times -6 is +6 or +6. And then that is going to be equal to, let's distribute the 3. 3 times 4x is.
Because if you don't have the knowledge of the content, it's demonstrated for you. It's like it's already like a made lesson. You know what I mean? So it's like even if you don't have the knowledge that you're learning as they're learning too, it's going to help you be a better educator. Any questions? Then after you watch the video, It has another exercise. So I do my parentheses first. That's what I would do. Then I do my exponents, not any exponents. Then I would do my division. Then my addition. Then my subtraction. That's how I get M equals. Did y'all remember that? Active PEMDAS? Anybody remember that? Across the curriculum. Because, like, I showed you some ed tech tools to use, but the purpose of doing that is for you to be able to integrate reading and writing in all subject areas. That was the purpose of it. It's like when I showed you Nearby, for example. I showed you the social studies lesson, but it also applies to ELAR. When I showed you News Ella, it had the article about the school days, but that also does that does the politics, government, education policy. It does like so many disciplines in that particular article. You see what I'm saying? So it's across curricular. Khan Academy. Khan Academy does math. I didn't show you the ELAR stuff they have in science social studies. So I don't have enough time to show you everything they have in there. But when you get a chance, you can play with that on your own. Now the last site I'm going to show you is Canva. But you can go ahead and take a picture of the sites now if you want to. And like with you being an instructional coach, you definitely can pass. Sorry, my phone is hot. So the same thing, you can log on to Google or Facebook or any email. I only get like 4 more minutes each though, so let me hurry up. So I get the question and answer. So I'm going to go back and refer to that News Ella article that we read. Now, if I want the students to construct their knowledge and tell me like, what they learned about that article, about the 4-day work week, the benefits, I was like, what are the benefits or advantages and disadvantages of the 4-day work week? That would be the problem. They give me a PowerPoint about that. But they can also use regular PowerPoint on Microsoft Office. What I like about Canva is that the backgrounds or the templates are like, really, look how pretty that is, you know? And you just add your own little flair to it. Type whatever, you can add images, pictures, whatever. It's like the regular PowerPoint, but it gives it a little flair, a little more flair, makes it more visually appealing. That way when they do their presentation about the 4-day work week advantages and disadvantages, you're able to enjoy the PowerPoint. So with that being said, we got 5 minutes, and this is like question and answer. I can't find my PowerPoint slide now. It's okay, though. I'm not. All it said was Q&A. But anyway, so do you have any questions on the particular sites and apps that I use? Or did you think they were kind of easy to go through as I was using them for you and showing you how to do it? And what is your position, ma'am?
Well, I'm actually a retired teacher, but I teach adult education. So, this is very helpful for me with those that I'm teaching.
It needs like a GED and stuff like that.
GED,
like the especially because of the math.
Right, yeah. And also the social studies and the reading language arts.
So you like that Nearpod website I showed you?
I wasn't here for Nearpod, but I am familiar with it. So this for now.
But I'm already generated lists, or you can create your own. Do that.
Yes.
I can just get on Nearpod real quick.
Right.
I already know my teach. Write your teach down. Write your agenda.
Right.
Keep it moving. Like,
Exactly.
that's how I thought as a teacher. But anyway, any other questions or any aha moments that you got today? With sites? Like what sites do you like the best?
I like them all, but it just depends on, again, your audience, who you're catering to. To me, I'm gonna definitely try to play around with the Nearpod a little bit more because I have not.
That's more elementary level.
Yes, right. I think that'll be beneficial.
If they're older, like middle or high, they're not on reading level, that would be good for them.
Yeah, and
after school stuff.
Khan Academy, I'm not really sure, but I know my daughter is in chemistry right now. She's having a difficult time, so we're gonna see if we can explore some chemistry with the Khan
Did
Academy.
you see chemistry on when I was doing it? When
I did. It was the
was
wording was
okay.
small, so I was just gonna just
Play with
explore.
yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Canva I use a lot because
For
of
business,
my
exactly.
grade level, and we want everything to be pretty and fluffy for the
Newsletters,
littles.
flyers,
Right,
yeah.
for the littles, you want it to look really
It's
pretty.
kind of like, you remember like back to the Microsoft Publisher, it's kind of like that, like
Yeah.
better. But I love, my name is Candace White. Again, on social media, Facebook is Candace White, LinkedIn is Candace White. It's Candace White on all of that shit.